Here's a quick look at the new Speedo gear. That's the part we want to change. It's a second-hand part. Give it a quick test. Now there is a worm gear here with these diagonal parts, and when I zoom out, when this rotates, you want that worm gear to be turning. There we are. It's turning lovely. So this one works, this Speedo gear, which has been a bugbear for this poor old bike ever since I've had it, because the Speedo gear in there at the moment doesn't work. It's seized up. But this one, we're going to swap it right in there. Let's get on with it. Here's a quick view on how I've actually got the front wheel of this bike off the ground. More on that sound in a minute. I'm using a Halford's trolley jack. Basically it's a 2-ton jack. It's a car jack with a couple of pieces of wood at the front of the frame with the kickstand down. It's enough to get this comfortably off the ground. Now that sound, you can hear that. The rubbing noise is the brake pads. So one of the first things I can do is actually disconnect the Speedo cable. The thing to bear in mind with these drives is there's a notch coming out of the fork, and there are 2 notches on the body of the drive. These are the notches on the body of a drive, so when you reassemble it, it's easy to misplace this, but it has to, the notch on the forks has to intersect these 2, and that's what holds this in place when the wheel's going round. So I'm just going to get in here and undo these 4 in a diagonal pattern. Slacken them off to start with, one-handed. I'm going to remove this cover eventually. No, actually I'm not, am I? I'm just going to slacken this off. Then I'm going to withdraw the spindle once I start unscrewing it. It's difficult to do this through the viewfinder of the camera. Right, that's nice and slack. Just undoing the spindle. I'm going to switch off and use 2 hands for a moment. So I've just supported the front wheel on this piece of wood here, which has enabled me to withdraw the spindle, which means the spacer here is hanging on the air. If I withdraw it far enough, I should be able to pull the old Speedo box out with a bit of jiggery pokery. It's a 2-hand job. So there's my spindle. Remove the piece of wood. Take you across to see the piece of wood. There's the piece of wood removed. So now the wheel is at a better angle to remove the old Speedo, hopefully. It's hard to do through the viewfinder. There we go. So we'll have a look at that later on indoors, in Marjorie doors. So for some odd reason this one turns and it just carries on turning, and the worm don't turn. The worm screw doesn't turn as a result, the worm gear. So this one never worked. Might take it apart, but apparently once they are worn out, that's the end of them. So quite literally the new Speedo drive is just fitted on top of the tangs, just sits there really nicely. It still rotates. We just have to make sure that these tangs line up with that. I'm going to support the wheel on this piece of wood again, bring it up to the right height, make sure the space is there, put the spindle back in. The spindle has gone through the Speedo, which is in the right position. It's just getting into the fork here a bit tricky, lining up that spacer. Probably doesn't help that I've got the wheel on a slight angle, but I'm going to persevere with that. Just got to screw the spindle in. Well, for me, that putting the spindle back in was the biggest faff so far. The wheel is still off the ground, but it's time, these are pinch tight, it's time to take it down off the jack. I'm just going to put the Speedo cable back in so I can move it backwards and forwards without getting it crushed. Can't find the Speedo end. There's the Speedo end. So if I turn the wheel now, Speedo rotating. Speedo rotating. Should plug that into the Speedo, it should be working.